All right, guys, I think I'm on here. This right here, guys, I'm in the early morning, but this right here, guys, this is the example of leaving your subcontractors up to their own devices. Now, for the average person, they probably don't see anything wrong. Well, if you're not a builder, you probably don't see too much wrong with this right here, but I'm gonna go through this right here. I'm gonna go through just kind of your subcontractors, guys. So now the sales guy that I talk to, so I always deal with a sales guy, and we're getting ready to do the brick for this house right here. So we're getting ready to do the brick. And so I had the sales guy say, hey, look, man, we got an incline, as you guys see this incline going up. So a lot of times, your trucks can't get up here. Your dump trucks can't get up here, and they can't dump their load. So, they had a sand truck to come in and do this right here with sand on the back of it, a couple of yards of sand. Also, guys, the sand is being used for the mortar in the brick. You got to have sanded mortar for the brick. But I said, hey, have you guys to go up there and look at it first, and we're going to come up with a game plan, because the worst case scenario, we can get some sand bags and have that to be carried up on top of the hill with a moffett. Because here's what's going to happen. This right here is not going to do us any good. Down on top of this hill, your sand guys, typically what they're going to do is they're going to bring their mixer, and they're going to set it right next to the sand pile. And no one is going to haul mortar on a wheelbarrow all the way up this hill right here. They're just not going to do that. So this right here is a subcontract. So the guy came out here. I don't know how this right here transpired with the salesman and the people. I guess they weren't busy, so they had to get something to do. But they came out here and they just dropped the sand where they thought the sand should go, without even, I didn't even tell them to drop the sand. I said, hey man, go up there and look at it first. And maybe there was a communication issue or whatever, but they went on ahead and dropped this sand. And guys, he dropped it in the absolute worst place on my site that you can drop it. He put it, number one, he put it right in front of the dumpster. As you guys see, that dumpster is full. This dumpster got to get hauled off. Well, as soon as he dropped it, the dumpster guy showed up, and he couldn't get this thing out of here. They got to take this thing and pull it, and then they got to pull it out. So they can't pull the dumpster out. So you got the dumpster trapped. And guys, we're in a Nate, guys. You can kind of see we're in an already built up neighborhood. So what's going to happen is, if people start seeing this dumpster out here, you know what they're going to do? They're going to start cleaning out their garages, and they're going to start putting all this stuff in my dumpster. So now we're going to have another problem. See, this dumpster got to go. It's got to go as quickly as possible before people want to try to help me fill it up. So he did that. So now the dumpster guy can't do his thing. This is not going to do any good for anybody. Then all this doing when it rains, look at the erosion. Look at what it does in the road. He just got it all in the road. So now I have to have I was going to have him to come out here anyway, because we got to get another inlet protector, and we got to fix this silk fence. So they'll be out here today to get this taken care of. But this sand is just going in the road. This is what I'm talking about. If you let these guys, everything on your site needs to be figured out from day one. It needs to be figured out, man. You got to have a game plan for everything you do. That's why you got to go on your sites all the time. You have to go look at your sites all the time. These subcontractors, man, and I'm not trying to really just get on them really bad, but some of these guys, especially driving these dump trucks, they have little to no thinking skills. And they're not going to do it. I'm going to tell you something else too, guys. They're not going to do anything that's going to cost them more work. They're not going to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here. All right, so now I got my guy that fixes the silk fence. He's going to clean up the roads. He does all that stuff. He fixes the silk fence. He takes care of my erosion control. And he also do walls. He's going to put the wall in back here. So I'm gonna have him to come out here. He's gonna come out here. He has a skid steer. So we're gonna get that skid steer, and he's gonna take his skid steer, and he's gonna get that sand and bring it up here. Now I can't leave nothing to his device, so I'm gonna paint where I want this sand to be dumped off at, which is about right here in this circle right here. So I'm gonna, hey man, drop that sand off right here. Let these guys figure this out. Yeah, so you need to put that sand right here. Now the reason I picked that is because I don't know when my other guys are gonna come here, but I definitely don't want to get in the way of this right here because I got this already set up. I came out here and stacked this stuff that's going back. It's about $3,000 worth of stuff. I counted every last one of these boards and hardy boards and stuff like that. I put it on a pallet where you can get a Moffett, pick that thing up and get it out of here. That's already good. And I got this over here. That's about $3,000 worth of savings right there. So I don't want him to, I want to put the sand over here. This is a good place to get it out the way from everybody. Or he can actually put it back here. If he can't put it over, he can put it back here. So I got to figure that out for him. Because I don't want him blocking this. I don't want him blocking that. And I don't want him blocking this right here. So we got to get that stuff out of the way. And I don't want him blocking the roadway. So we're going to take that sand and we'll put it over here. And by the way, I would have told the guy, hey, look, you know something? I would rather pay to have a couple of these right here. These are sand bags. I would pay, and this is double the cost of that sand. I would pay for this right here if you can put them up here on site. Because what's going to happen is, if that sand is not up here, let's just say, for instance, my guys had to haul that stuff up there. There was no other way. Well, my brick guy is going to charge me more. He's going to charge me more labor to do that. So now you got another problem. Now I'm losing money now. All right, so now how do we fix this problem? I'm glad you asked. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have that guy, my erosion control guy, to come out here and get that sand and haul it right here. Make sure we don't get in this way right here. So he's gonna haul it, he's gonna put it all right here, right? Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have him to invoice me separate for hauling that sand, which is probably gonna be about $300-400. I don't know what he's gonna charge, but he's gonna, whatever he charge, I'm gonna take that bill, I'm gonna take pictures of this right here, and I'm gonna send it to them because they did this right here without my authorization. I'm gonna send this to the supplier, the brick supplier, and they're gonna do a back charge. I'm gonna back charge them. What I do is the first invoice I get, whatever this guy invoice was, I'm gonna subtract it from their invoice, and we're gonna do what we call a back charge. That's how you fix that, guys. And then that way, I'm not losing. And then I may even throw maybe about $100 on top of it. So if he charge me $400 to do it, I'm gonna add another $100 on top of that, and that's gonna be for my inconvenience fee. That's for me being irritated and me having to figure this stuff out for him. That costs a little bit more of my time, guys. You got to pay for my time. All right. Got this garage, man. We're ready for installation, man. Most of my inspections are off, man. I got to do 1 or 2 more things in here in order to get it ready to insulate. And then we got the sheetrock on the way. So we'll be ready to wrap this bad boy on up. All right, guys, once again, like, share, subscribe. At the end of the day, it is what it is. And this is the way.